Today is August 30th, Friday, and it is about 9 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. I had a little breakfast, 2 energy squares. Energy squares are, if you don't know what they are, they're like energy ball, you may have heard. They're made of like almond flour, a bunch of different nuts, and I also use chia seed, pumpkin seeds, basically all healthy stuff. And I make them in batches and then put them in Ziploc bag in the freezer, and I take them out. So usually when I make it for like a month or so, sometime longer. I'd eat like one or two with my coffee in the morning, sometime also as a snack. I used to make them like energy ball, but then it's harder to make the balls, so I just cut them off and then they're like square. So anyway, I had two this morning and I'm still having my coffee. And my cup says today, find joys in everyday blessings. Find joy in everyday blessings. I had this cup for a long time, actually. There's some memories with this cup. Some good, some challenging, but which is why I avoided in the last few weeks or something. Not few weeks, for a while. But then sometime you gotta create new memories too, so that the old one fades away. And that's what I'm trying to do this. This is a new memory of making good of something, so that, because our mind, it's all about this side and this side, no matter what. All of our mind, we have the subconscious and the conscious, and the subconscious is what is deeply rooted and wouldn't go away from our mind. But when we create lots of new positive memories here, then they kind of fade away, right? So anyway, overall this week has been decent, and I'm so grateful. And nothing big. We had in our next door neighbors, we just had Alice and her friend. Her friend is the same age as hers. They're in the same school but different classroom. And yesterday we had a little play date, and the day before we went to a restaurant, and the day before they swam together. So it was a little fun, where Alice was playing with the friend and I was hanging out with the mom. And excuse me, and we were good friends, so we both had a good time. That was nice. Today there's a little house chores. Other than that, I'll be focusing a lot on job applications, and I'll take the day easy. Tomorrow I plan on meeting a friend that I haven't met in a long time. Maybe like, I don't know, last was probably earlier this year, so it'd be like over 6 months. But that's what is still important. So if you have a friend who you haven't met even in years, but you would want to reach out to them and keep that connection, because especially if you need somebody when you are in tough times, not everybody will come around. So it is important to keep those connections, important to give other people also the support, so that when you need, and Dale Carnegie book, how they would say, there's someone there to lend a hand. So yes, I'll be meeting with this friend after a long time. And then Sunday afternoon, was supposed to do a play date with another friend and her kid. I know it sounds a lot, but there's not too many people with kids that I know, just a few here and there. But they have been very good support to me, so I also want to be a good support system for them, because everybody in their life, they are struggling some sort of battle, and some people share and some don't. But in our life, it's meant to be that way. Life is never always straight line towards happiness. It's a cycle, and it is hard to walk the path when things are challenging and if you're alone. So maintain those bonds, either if it's friends or family or whoever they are. And it's always good to have more than one friend, because life gets busy. Even if people have intentions, they can always make time, and which is understandable. We can't always do that either. We have obligations. Let's say if I have to do something really important with Alice, and then somebody needs something, I won't be able to, because I have to take care of Alice. So things like that. So it's always good to have few people that you're surrounding yourselves with, who see the good in you and who uplift you, and you do the same in return. Because life is not one-way street. It has to be from both ways, right? Because if something goes one way, it is like the other person is not getting watered. In Thich Nhat Hanh's term, so if one person is just watering or nourishing the relationship, and the other person is just giving, then it dries out. So, and trust me, it's not easy to remember. So yesterday, I'll be honest, yesterday I was listening to Dale Carnegie book for a little bit, and then when I was texting a friend, I was just sharing my things, and then I forgot to even ask her about her story, like how she is doing, how things are. And because I was listening to Dale Carnegie, I remembered, and I asked her how she's doing, how things are, because she has 3 kids, and she has a lot going on too in her life, and she felt so good, and she came back and said, "Oh, you're such a good friend." And then it made me realize even more that how important it was for me to ask her those questions, right? Our normal tendency as human being is not to go the extra mile, but by going the extra mile is how we can separate ourselves from others, right? And it applies everywhere, at work, at home, with friends, all relationships. So it is important. Excuse me. I haven't gone to the doctor yet. In some ways it seems like getting better. In some ways it seems like getting worse. For some reason, I've been very stubborn this time to get it healed without going to the doctor. My logic is that it's not getting worse, so it'll go away. Anyway, I don't know, it's just quiet. I was thinking last year this time, right? This is how our life is. Sometimes we excuse me, think of things, think of the time, and then I kind of try to fast forward and think April 30th, 2025, next year, how that is going to be. Hopefully my weight is going to be better because I started doing the cabbage soup diet yesterday. I didn't do as strictly as the as in the video I saw on YouTube, but I did close enough. I think in the actual diet, the person talks about just eating the soup all day, and soup and fruits other than water, of course. But what I did is I had energy square and coffee in the morning, but rest of the day pretty much just soup, cucumber, so basically veggies mostly, and the soup and everything, different kind of veggies. And I had a few nachos. I made little loaded nachos with the refried bean for the kids, my daughter and her friend. So I ate a few, maybe 5-6 of them. But overall, I would say I stuck with the plan almost, I would say 90%. And I lost 2 pounds on the first day, but I know that's like water weight. So I have to stick with it for a while. They say 1 week, I'll see if I can do 1 week, but even if I can do 3-4 days straight, close enough, like, doing like 80-90% how the diet says. I'm hoping that I'll see good results, and hopefully what I can do is do it for, 4 days, and then give it 2-3 days break, and then do it again. Because I do want to lose the extra weight before the holidays, because otherwise it gets challenging, because in the holidays is the time when you tend to put on weight, and in fall there's pumpkin bread, and during Christmas you could have chocolate chip cookie and stuff like that. I'm not big into cookies as much, Christmas cookies and all that, but one time chocolate chip cookies Alice and I made, and it was so good. So we might do that again this year around Christmas. I might go for a short trip in October with a friend and her daughter, Alice and I, for a couple nights. So in December, I might go to a Christmas town, not sure yet. So I used to do, when I was in 20s, before getting married and all that, I used to go for a lot of trips. Several of my friends would, like, every weekend, every long weekend, not every weekend, every long weekend, which is pretty much once a month or every other month, we would do some trips. And I've been to so many places, and last many years I barely traveled. And in life, some dreams we have. For me, the travel is one of the dreams, like the big dreams. And I want to do some of that more again. Of course, things are different now with, Alice has school, so it's not like any time we can just take off. So, but I told her that I might try to do 1 trip a season, meaning there are 4 seasons, so you gotta try to do at least 4. And then, not a big trip, just a couple of hours driving, and 2-3 nights trip. Even that gives something to look forward to, and things don't become monotonous. Yeah, and yeah. So that's important. I keep reading and listening to different meditations to feed my mind with good food, so that my mind keeps the focus on the, excuse me, on the good thing, the future, where things are unfolding, the things that I want rather than where it has been, because that's what Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, all of them talk about. I remember several years ago, I had this mastermind group that I created from this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He talks about mastermind group, the importance of mastermind group. And in your mastermind group, you can have anybody that you relate with. So I had some people that I created, like Tony Robbins and Dalai Lama, all different kind of people that I get inspired with. Dale Carnegie, Abraham Lincoln. So that way, and every morning I used to kind of look at it and then kind of get a message. And whoever you put in your mastermind, the concept is that you learn enough about their life, about themselves. So what ends up happening is you connect with their subconscious mind. Your subconscious connects with their subconscious mind, and everything in life is energy. So you can consider it as a universal subconscious. It's God, some sort of higher power, whatever resonates with you. And then you get those amazing ideas. It has happened to me where you get, and that's what you talk about in this book, you get those ideas that otherwise you won't get. So eventually I might start doing that again. But I think because of my learning and growing, some of the people in that mastermind group would be different now. But I think that would also help. Yeah, I have been making progress, and I'm grateful and proud of that. I want to continue this, which is why I keep making these videos, because that does help me to stay on this path. It's been 3 months and I want to continue making these videos. I mean, of course, when I start working, probably I'll be able to make these videos as long, the morning one, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 1 minute. Weekdays probably would be shorter, and maybe on weekend or something I'll make them longer, but it does help a big time. And mindfulness is important no matter what religion or what we follow. That mindfulness is all about having peace in our own mind, no matter what the outer circumstances are, and about enjoying the little moments, because otherwise what happens is when we have those little things, like last week when we went to the restaurant, we had fun, and I was able to focus on that present moment rather than thinking about the past and the future. And what happens is that when we are not practicing mindfulness, we don't realize those little moments, and they just go out the window, right? So it's all about having some peace. And remember, everybody is going through something in life. Nobody's life is perfect. And, it's all about how we can make difference in other people's life too by doing what we do. So I'm going to do a little few deep breathing. I did the grounding technique out in the deck today too. It rained last night, so the wood in the deck was kind of wet. So when you step on them, and that's why there's no other way of not feeling or being present in the moment. So that's why I mentioned this about like sometime walking bare feet. That's one of the best way to get right in the present moment, because even if your other senses are not kicking in, but your feet touching the ground, you will feel that. You absolutely would feel that. That will get you out of the autopilot. Okay, I'm gonna do a few. Just the intention setting and visualizing this weekend and the upcoming week to go good. And then I'm gonna do a mantra a little quickly. Trust God. Speak positive, uplifting words. Love, harmony, patience. Stay present. Be kind. Forgive. Find positive in every situation. Let go of the emotions and things that no longer serve me. And be strong. Stay resilient. Be kind. Be peaceful. Spread peace. And with that, I'm going to finish the video, and later in the day I might make a couple short ones here and there. And tomorrow morning I might make a short one, or in the afternoon, depending on the time and situation. I'll be meeting a friend after a long time, so we'll see, but I'll definitely make a video sometime during the day. Okay, bye. If anybody is watching this video, you have a wonderful day, and I hope if you're in the United States, it's a long weekend, so you have a good long weekend. Otherwise, also have a wonderful weekend, and keep practicing the good things that makes you happy. Either if it is writing down something, watching a good TV show, going for a walk, create different positive physical experience to feel better, because our mind and body are connected, really, really connected. So one thing can push the other. Or if you're physically not feeling good, emotionally focus on something that makes you feel good. Something, maybe you want to read a book that uplifts you. This is one of the good books. I have so many books here that the Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. This is one really good book. Anything that resonates. There are a lot of Buddhism books, and that'll get you in the right place, hopefully. Take care. Bye.